Hey, Crash Test here, and I die so you don't have to. And welcome to Let's Play R-Type 3 on the SNES. So unlike the first game, there's no difficulty levels. The game will obviously be harder if you select weak attachments and weak orbs. So the bottom one is the most powerful. So, like a challenge, we'll go with first. At least it adds a little bit of longevity to the game, as there's no password system and no difficulty levels. So let's see if this is an improvement on the first game. Hey, hold up, someone just conned me out a bit of money and charged me 3 times the price for the first game. It's exactly the same start. Oh, come on. Aha, that's more like it. Faster gameplay, nicer graphics. Right, this is looking a lot better. As in the first game, you can have weapon attachments and orbs, and you can fire them forward or send them behind you and they will seek out and kill enemies, which is always good. Now, unlike the first game where the weapons didn't really suit the levels and there wasn't really any design to the levels and any sort of themes, that's been improved immensely for this game. As you can see, the weapons suit the level. And they've put a lot more time and effort into the graphics, into the level design to make sure they actually enhance the gameplay, so well done. Yeah, my control will be a bit clunky because I'm playing on nearly a 40-inch TV, so yeah, slightly harder to control, but it's looking positive so far. Obviously there's a great array of weapons you can use, and they change depending on the main orb, the one of 3 you select. Ah, right, so you can go over that. So it's looking promising so far. I don't mind slightly slower gameplay if there's a theme to the level and it actually adds something to the game, so this is perfectly fine so far, and much better than the original. Hey, now this orb's really good. Obviously you can upgrade it 3 times. This is the highest upgrade. You can send it forward and it will block enemy attacks, or it will block their fire, and if they run into it they die. And again, weapons which are suited to the level. Excellent, that's what you want. See, they can't even fire through it. This is nice, this is great. You know, the odd bit of slowdown isn't a problem. Charge my beam to shoot that, or let the orb kill it. So that's again another great feature. Let it do the work for you. And again, this is another great attachment. Those yellow fiery orb things block enemy fire. Yeah, and the weapon we've got now is really good. I'm just replaying the same part with different weapons just so you get the feel of the game. I can't do it for everyone, so I just do it for the weakest and the strongest. Okay, level 2. Great music, nice level design. The pace doesn't bother me because that was my big main gripe of the first game, that it was really slow and lethargic and was slow down, but this actually suits the game. You know, the weapons work well, the music is great, and the slow enemies, they kind of sneak up on you, so yeah, I think it works really well. The dropping acid reminds me of the well, it reminds me of the acid from Batman, the movie on the Amiga, which I've got a playthrough from. Okay, so further into the level. Oh yeah, at the end of the video, I think at 9 minutes 30, I'll show all the bosses just so it doesn't spoil it for people who are thinking about getting the game. Because yeah, the last thing you want to do is see all the secrets and the bosses and then buy the game and be a bit disappointed. So I'll put them all at the end from 9 minutes 30 onwards. Okay, so that was basically level 2 and level 3. This is. So you can see there's a fair bit of variation in the game. I think there's 7 levels in all. No, there's 6 levels in all. There were 7 in the original R-Type. Oh, close. The only problem is if you die, then you come back and you have to collect all your weapons all over again, so you will be weak. So obviously, yeah, don't die. But it works well, it's something different, you can't just have level after level of side-scrolling gameplay. Yeah, that's a nice little mini orb there at its weakest. Ah, and I die. You will die a lot. Okay, so we've gone down on level 3 and now we go across. So each level adds kind of a new theme and a new way of using your attachments. Send it one way, move out of the way, and it clears the room. Nice. The music is much improved over the original. The original only really had 2 good tracks where every level has got pretty good music. So we've gone down, we've gone across, and then we go back up before we get to the boss. And it's all pretty simple standard stuff, but it is fairly addictive. I must have spent about 10 to 15 hours playing this game, and then I got stuck right at the end of level 4, which is a nightmare, but yeah, level 4 is probably one of the best levels you can get in a shooter. I love it. You've actually got to think about what you're doing. Again, send the orb out, it will kill people. And I've got a pit above and below my craft, which will kill people when they come in contact with it. Yeah, bounce the orb off the wall there, nice. So I think it's looking really promising so far. I think they've addressed all the problems and all the concerns I had with the first game, so they've obviously listened to me. Well, some 18 years before I said it, but it's good to know they actually look at the problems with previous games and try to improve all subsequent releases. So this is level 4. Yeah, this is a quality level. Again, slightly different weapons, or slightly different attachments. Yeah, we're pretty powerful now. I've chopped and changed this, so I've not showed it in order, just so people who are thinking of buying the game, you know, won't learn all the secrets and won't know exactly how to do it. That will kind of spoil it. Basically got to go from one side of the screen to the other, avoiding the flames. Which is easier said than done. This probably took me a good hour to work out. I was trying to see what attachments I could collect, so I was as powerful as possible when I get to the mini-boss. This is the first level to feature the mini-boss on the right. I'll show it at the end of the video. And then you got to go backwards. And I can't fight backwards, so I use one of my superpowers, or hyper power charge. Yeah, this took a long time. Positioning yourself so you miss the enemies, shooting them, dodging the fire. Because you need to be able to shoot to the left. You can't do that depending on what orbs you have and what attachments, so you've got to basically collect all the little attachments along the way. So it's really, really clever. In summary, this is a vastly greater game to the original. They've improved in every area possible. Graphically, it's much better, more vibrant, and the graphics really suit the game. Sound is improved as well. Every level has great sound. Weapons are brilliant. They really suit the levels, and you've got the choice of the 3 orbs, which determines the difficulty of the game, which is a good idea. Levels again, they're varied, and especially level 4, you've actually got to think about what you're going to do, so they really add to the gaming experience. There's now a checkpoint system, which is obviously better than the previous game, where you die and then you start back at the level, so that works really well. Overall, I'll probably give it 9 out of 10. It's slightly let down that although there's infinite continues and there's no difficulty level, so you've got to rely on the strength of the orbs to determine the difficulty of the game, you might just get to one point where you just can't get past the boss, so you know, difficulty levels would have been a good addition. So you might be a little bit peed off because this game will cost you probably about £60, and you know, you might play for 10 or 15 hours and then not be able to get any further, so that is a minor gripe. So if you actually manage to get your hands on this game, which is really quite hard to find, you'll be rewarded with one of the best, if not the best, shooter on the SNES. Comes highly recommended. Fantastic game. It's boss time. Level 1 boss. Avoid his orange fire. Yeah, I'm using really weak weapons so they won't do any damage, so I'll do a beam charge. Ah, right. Can't shoot him when he's in that location. I'll try Hyper. More powerful, but then you're invulnerable for a while after you use it. But it is really powerful. Ah, and I've got a little swirly thing around me, so I'll take it out with deflect bullets. Easy. Just another way you can do it with slightly more powerful weapons. So it's really up to you. You can use your overpowered beam charges, or you can use a little pea shooter and see how you get on. Okay, level 2 boss. You can't do any damage with your normal weapons, I don't think. I don't think they actually go through the front of his body, or well, where all the eyeballs come out, so just keep charging. Takes about 5 hits. You can go really close to him and use the hypercharge, but for obvious reasons, the closer you are, you're obviously going to die pretty easy, or pretty quickly. Boss number 3. If you don't die and hold on to your weapons, you could actually fire backwards, but yeah, I died a lot, so just spamming with the hyper. And this is a mini sub-boss for level 4. Now this is much harder obviously if you've got the weak weapons, but this is a really good weapon, so it's obviously doesn't take as long. Just avoid the enemy fire and just spam the centre. Keep moving around because they'll obviously lock on to where you are and shoot you easily. These are bastards. Try again. Yeah, I died here a few times. But these weapons are really powerful. I was trying it with the little baby pea shooters and oh, it was a nightmare. So you kill the sub-boss and now you go backwards through the level. This took me yeah, this took a while. Because you get to the end and you've got to shoot down one of the columns and you realise, well, I can't shoot backwards, and even if I did have the orb, I still can't shoot backwards without collecting 3 upgrades. So you can position yourself above the enemies or just use your hyper beam and kill everyone around you, and then you've got a few orbs, a few power-ups, and it makes things possible. Get your orb in the right direction and you can now fire backwards. Excellent. Got to make sure I don't get hit by any of the flames. Goal! No, maybe not. What about now? No? Beams by me? Yeah, did it? Oh, come on. Good game.